Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world we're in. This is another scene for Unmask Orlando, the Vampire Venue. This evening's scene is set at the haven of Brannon and Miss Eve Wright. For the most part, it is their shared haven, after all. And this evening, we are being introduced to a new player in the game in Orlando. Eve has already been appraised of her presence in the city by an old friend, and has been asked to watch out for the young neonate. So she is eagerly awaiting her arrival.
And in a car, she arrives in her car, kind of looking at her map. Not too sure. I mean, she's never been to Orlando. She's just going by directions. So she takes a minute after now she arrived to be like, "Is this the right place?" And after a few minutes, after she figures, okay, this looks like the right place, she'll go in. And I'm guessing it's a big house.
Oh, yeah, it is a rather large house at the edge of the city.
Are the gate? Is it gates or?
It is gated.
Okay. So yeah, she'll ring the doorbell.
When she rings the intercom for the gate, a distinctly male voice answers. What can I do for you?
You don't sound like Eve. Um, my name is Martin. I was told to meet
Ah,
to meet Eve here.
you're fine. And the gate swings open. Come on in.
Cool, thanks. And she drives to the porch, and by the she goes to the door,
She
and
she is met on the porch by Eve.
red hair dude, it's just that, and she'll come kind of jogging. Hello.
Ah, I see that Margot's taste hasn't changed. Still likes redheads.
She'll smile. Yes, she told me about you. Told me about your hair. She said that mine reminded her of yours.
Well, come in. It's a pleasure to meet you. I suppose you know me by Evelyn. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, she told me apparently you go by. Well, would Margot know she goes by Eve now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yes, but she did tell me you go by Eve now.
We have to change names every now and then. Stay with one name too long and people will start to wonder.
She goes my, and she'll nod. She goes by. Well, actually, what would she go? Yeah, she'll say she goes by Marion now.
Ah, yes, come in. This is a shared haven. Myself and a friend from Clan Bruja.
She'll nod. This this place is huge.
Yes, that's what happens when you pool your resources with someone else. It allows for places like this to be bought with relative ease. I'm gonna fix him a bottle real quick.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, sure. She looks around. Actually, how is the place decorated?
It's rather conservatively decorated. It's much more Brannon style than it is hers. So it's kind of just very classic, simple, nothing too, extravagant. The house is huge, but it's decorated really simply. You can tell that, a man definitely lives here and one who's, not nothing like Eve,
Yeah.
especially when you see how she dresses. She has a very punk goth kind of streak, and this is definitely not that.
Okay. Yeah. So she looks around. Okay. I already know two things. Two. The Bruja is a male. The Bruja that shares this you share this domain with, and he's the one that decorates.
Yes,
She'll
I
smile.
do. I have a separate area that is mine for decorating. It's much more my style.
I want to see that room.
Oh, it's not a room, it's a warehouse.
I
It's
shall.
where I do most of my work.
I want to see that warehouse.
I will take you there one of these days, don't you worry. You do intend to stay a while, don't you?
Yes. Bordeaux is fine. But I wanted a change of scenery, and Margot
Well,
said,
until you get a place, you are welcome to stay here.
"Yes, I got money, but I'll look for a place. Thank you." I shall nod.
She starts showing her around, and she would see, familiar faces of Orlando. She'd see Katya, she'd see the prince. At the moment, you don't know that's the prince, but
There's a lot of pretty people here.
you've come at a tumultuous time. We are in the middle of a rather desperate fight with a red lister.
Okay, well, Lister bad. Pretty, pretty men, and she'll point to like I don't know. Let's say the guys are just together. And she goes, "Pretty men, good."
She would kind of point out each one individually and name each one. Because I mean, that is a very pretty bunch of men. Like Brannon's app 4, Darian's app 4. I think like the least pretty one, like appearance score wise, is Castiel, and he's
Is
app
that
3.
three? Yeah.
So,
She wouldn't have to feel so bad if Abe were there.
but yes,
Yes, Marcus. Told me a lot about you. A lot of well, and she'll smile. And yes, all good.
good. Odessa was a interesting place, to say the least.
Yeah, she told me it was.
I wouldn't have changed the things that happened in Odessa for the world, though.
Well, she told me about one thing she would change. But I think yes, that was before you came. She, along with a group of other people, fought giant rats in the sewers.
That's where I met. Hmm. She smiles a little bit.
It's okay. You don't need to say.
I think Margot knew him as Famoshi, the exorcist.
She'll nod.
To me, he was a Nariel.
Yeah, she's told me what the Camerley did to the Salubi. She looks down.
Yes. It's good that some of you young ones know.
I'm glad I was embraced by her and not some anarch asshole. Some Camerla, shall I say. I'm glad I was embraced by her and not some Camerla asshole. Or even worse, the spot.
Yes. I wouldn't talk too loudly of certain things around here, though.
She puts her hands over her mouth. Sorry, not useful.
She kind of points out Darian very discreetly. That is our prince.
She'll nod. I'll be more careful.
Though the praxis is in dispute at the moment.
She'll lean in. Like, why don't you take it in the name of the anarch?
I've thought about it, but politics have never been my favorite thing. Nor Brannon. Well, once upon a time he favored politics, but there were issues there.
She'll nod.
But yes, stay as long as you need.
Thank you.
She'll start showing her around the house, trying to kind of make note of which bedrooms have been kind of claimed.
She'll make note of that.
Yeah,
Just
Eve herself is trying to make note of which ones have been occupied as well.
for comedy's sake, she goes, ooh, knock on the door, that means take.
When they get closer to kind of the back area where her bedroom and a few of the other spare bedrooms are, they run into Brannon.
Ooh, more pretty men. Hello.
He extends a hand.
She shakes a hand.
Brannon, Clan Bruja.
Emma Martin, Toro.
He nods. Before he kind of pulls Eve in and gives her a kiss on the forehead.
You're the one that decorates this place, aren't you?
That'd be me, yes.
Alright. She just nods. And like she has a smile, but doesn't say anything.
He kind of rolls his eyes. Certainly not decorating it like a Toreador would. Too ostentatious.
It's a man's decoration.
Kind of looks down at himself. I mean, last I checked, still a man. It's not fallen off.
Still, you got ladies living here. But you know
And
what?
she
It's
lets
your
me
place.
decorate.
That's fair. It's your place. You do what you want.
He chuckles, kind of heads off. Ignore Brannon. He may come off grumpy and scary, but he's just a big teddy bear.
Oh, I mean,
I heard that.
I could tell by the way you kissed her on the forehead.
And you know it's true. He kind of rolls his eyes and continues walking. Ah, here we go. Right next to my room.
Ooh.
I prepared it for you. It's decorated a little more lavishly than the rest of the house.
Okay, now I'm excited, and she'll just open the door.
It is top to bottom in red silks, red and black. The curtains are black brocade.
Okay, for a few seconds, she acts like a 5-year-old in a playground that just discovered that she's like a playground is her room, so she's like super excited. Like kind of does a high-speed scream, which I'm not gonna do because my mom is in the next room, but high-speed scream and like and jumps around a little bit.
He just smiles.
My God, this is amazing. This is beautiful. This is
All of the linens are hand-tailored. If anything happens to any of them, just let me know. I'll repair it.
okay. Yes, yes. 900. I was going to ask her, oh, where was that fucking rich? But you and Mark, you and Margot are both like,
My dear, when you've been
yeah.
alive as long as I have,
She nods. Yeah.
it's not hard to accumulate wealth. I would never have to work again if I didn't want to.
I mean,
But I enjoy my tailoring and my fashion design.
yes. She's told me you design beautiful dresses.
Yes, I've had to update my tastes since we last met, but
I see. Is it fair to say that they actually met a little bit after? No, in the story when Margot traveled a bit.
oh yeah. But even then, she'd still
Even
have to
then, yeah.
update her.
True. It's probably been a few hundred years still. Like,
Exactly. I mean, they're both like in their 900s, so. But yes, I've had to update my style since then, but
I can imagine.
it's been a long time. Of course, a long time for myself and a long time for a neonate are two very different concepts.
Yeah, like when Margot, I keep saying Margot. She wants me to call her mom. I've gotten to call her mom. She'll smile. But when mom tells me about her policy, sometimes she doesn't remember dates because it's been so long.
Oh, I'm the same way. Trying to remember dates after all this time is. Things blur together. It's like, was that before the first Anarch Revolt, or was that after the Convention of Thorns?
And she'll nod. Anyways, thank you.
Of course. If Margot wanted me to take care of you, that's what I'm going to do.
And she'll nod. Oh, yeah. She comes here, but being a baron keeps you busy.
Indeed. But yes. If you need anything, just let me know.
She'll nod. I will. Thank you.
I'm here most of the time. If I'm not here, I'm astral projecting, so.
Yeah, Marcus told me about
Just
that
in the village.
stuff.
I may teach you that eventually.
And she'll nod. Hopefully. I mean, she's told me all the great stuff she does, and oh my god, the speed she moves with when she's pissed. Or when she's dancing.
Yes. She preferred dancing. I always preferred singing.
Plus, she liked dancing to your singing. She told me.
Oh, I wasn't nearly as good back then as I am now.
You'll have to show me.
Of course. I think there is an Elysium planned coming up.
Oh.
I can go and dispel some rather nasty little rumors.
Who on? She'll smile.
Oh, the Toreador Primogen decided to spread word that I was a Salubri.
So, oh yeah. Fuck him.
Oh, he had good reason to think that. I was
Yeah.
married to a Salubri. I learned a few things.
Feel.
She kind of pauses for a moment and closes her eyes and lets the third eye open.
Holy shit.
She
Okay,
smiles a little bit and then closes it.
Oh, good. Well, no, Mom doesn't have that. She's told me about it.
Well, I don't imagine she had anyone to teach her. I only learned because my husband was Salubri.
I shall smile. Nobody pisses her off, though.
Though I have to say, the circumstances behind our wedding were interesting, to say the least.
Oh, she told me she heard you got married. She said she didn't know about the details.
It was hardly a big wedding. It was myself, my husband, an Ariel, and his friend, a healer cast, Salubri, by the name of Friar Tuck.
I shall smile and nod. To this day, one of the only things that
He
make her proud.
managed to make a mead that got even Kindred drunk, and, well, I had never drank before.
I have to know that.
So, in a state of absolute drunken stupor, someone suggested that Denariel and myself get married, and Friar Tuck just jumped at the chance. And so it happened.
She's told me about Friar Tuck too.
Ah, he's a sweetheart.
That's
He
what she
owns a
said.
chippy in Dublin now.
I guess she's told me he was an adorable man.
Very cuddly.
Hmm. I remember her saying that.
But yes.
She still pouts when she tells us of not being invited to your wedding.
I mean, it wasn't like we had time to send out invites.
Just no, just chuckle.
It was a moment of drunken revelry that, well, had permanent consequences.
Well, I mean, in her words, and she'll like clear her voice and kind of like try to talk like Marga. Be like, these are the best types of events.
Oh heavens, you sounded just like her there.
She smiles. Yes.
But yes, I do believe Friar Tuck owns a chip shop in Dublin now.
Chip shop.
Yes.
Huh.
Somehow it doesn't surprise me.
I've got to say, I mean, she's told me about him, but still, a vampire owning a chip shop. She's
But
just
yes. She will give her a kiss on either cheek and start to head out.
Thank you. I should call you Eve here, right?
Yes,
She'll
if
nod.
you would.
Oh, of course.
I haven't been Evelyn in some time.
It must be weird having to change names after so many years.
Well, you'll eventually learn what it feels like as well.
And she'll nod. Thank you, and it's great to know you.
And you as well.
And yeah. And she'll probably unpack her stuff, unpack her bags and stuff.
I think
And
that's a good place to end our scene.
thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, SC, for watching, and we'll see you on another episode.